Hello, Paul McFadden here, and the topic of this video is blame the psychic. What the earth am I talking about, and why am I blaming a psychic? Well, at the age of 18, I had my first and only ever psychic reading, and everything that she said to me during that 20-minute psychic reading has came true. Every single thing. Now, here's my take on psychics first and foremost. One is I think, and please forgive me if I offend, they're utter bullshit, right? I think they're great at reading people. They take some cues and questions that are asked, and then they build upon that to create a story that you want to connect with. Because most people who go to get a psychic reading or to go and understand a little bit more are seeking meaning. They're trying to see into the future. I mean, who doesn't want to see into the future and see if it's going to be good or for bad? And for me, it was a great experience. Why? Because the things that she said to me, whether I thought it was bullshit or not, I chose to allow the seeds that she planted in my mind to continue to fester and grow, which ultimately became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, this is why it can also work in your favor, and I'm giving no psychic reading here. I love Dan Brown, if you're familiar with him, who's the unbelievable psychologist, does all the mind tricks, and he's got his own TV series out there. I mean, he's just out of this world. You've got people like David Blaine and all these different crazy people who do magic and misdirection, and Dan Brown had the whole TV series debunking the whole psychic side of things, and he was standing on stage and giving out psychic readings. He actually trained someone to go up and give psychic readings to the audience. So he's shown how it's easy to learn these traits and to read people, and this is something that I like to do as well. I like to read people and sit and observe and watch and talk to them, and they give cues, and then you can connect with them deeper, and it just seems like you have an insight into their life, and you can then speak into the future. And you really need to be careful, and this is why the whole psychic side of things worries me, is because depending on what reading that you get, you can then literally create that, give it more meaning, and before you know it, it manifests. Now, my experience happened to be great, and I'm going to relate this to you guys and how you can take this on board and the power of allowing a powerful vision to fester away in your mind to become your reality, and who speaks into your life. So back then I went along to the psychic reading. I was with my partner at the time. Her mum wanted to go along. She wanted to go and get a psychic reading. She was wanting to learn more and see more into the future. And my partner at the time, she wanted to go too, and she invited me along. And I went in there not wanting to give anything away, thinking it was all bullshit, still do think that. And I went in and it was my turn. Now, I won't even tell you how it all, interacted and how it happened, but she basically, after putting cards out and talking to me, she sat back and she was going, oh my God, I can't believe this. Now, my grandpa had just recently passed away, and I thought, oh, she's going to turn around and tell me something like my grandpa's in the room watching, or a lost relative has just appeared. But no, she turned around and she says, the cards here have got very distinct meaning, and what's going to happen in your life. And she started saying three things. She says, one, she says, ready, this is this one you can apply for everybody. You're going to spend a significant amount of time in another country. Now, as I record this, I happen to be in Costa Rica. We come here, 2 or 3 times a year for a couple of months at a time. We'll get a place in Costa Rica. My wife is from here. And she said that I wouldn't be with the person that I was with then. If you think about it, I'm 18. Who stays in relationships at that age? Very few. So again, those two, very vague, and both came true. I spent a lot of time, not just in Costa Rica, but in other places in the world. I'm no longer with that person. But the other thing she said, and this here was a seed that I clung on to, that I just wanted to manifest. I wanted to become my reality. And no one could have said anything. And she turns around and says, you're going to be a millionaire. And I'm like, what? Because the next day I had a degree, I had my college degree, and part of that degree I had an exam to go through, and I was 100% going to fail it. And I turned around and says, how can you say that? I've got an exam tomorrow that I'm going to fail without a shadow of a doubt, because I've not been studying for it. It's keeping me up at night. I'm here having a psychic reading when I should be studying for it. How can you say that I'm going to be a millionaire? And she turned around and said some powerful words. It's all about the doors that open and the opportunities that present itself, and it's up to you whether you choose this door or that door. But you're going to go through enough doors that you're going to become a millionaire. Now, here's the thing. I gave enough, like, how many times do you think a psychic actually says those words? Because that's quite a bold statement, right? Quite a bold statement. And I remember the psychic well. I can see her face. I can see her right now as if it's back then. Her name was Jane. And to this day, I actually want to go meet her again. She was quite old at the time, and it's been quite some time since, so she may still be here or not. But for me, it was like I left that psychic meeting. Obviously, never told my partner at the time that she said that we were no longer going to be together. But I told her about spending time abroad, and I told her that she says to me I was going to be a millionaire. And even she and her mum had a little joke and a laugh about it. And my reality was the next day in university, I fucked up that exam. I had no idea what I was doing. I just put stuff down. Now, I still got my degree in IT, but all this time along, it was festering away because I knew I wanted something different. I knew I wanted to escape the rat race. And I just had someone influence on me and basically saying, I see your future. And even though I'm sitting there going, this is full of shit, I don't believe in this stuff, part of me thought, what if she's true? What if she's true and she's just seen a glimpse into my future? What if she's true? What if she's right? What if this psychic stuff is actually true? Because I gave nothing away. I was poker faced. And she said that. How many people do you think she actually said? This played in my mind. I obsessed over it. But all my mind could hear is, you're going to become a millionaire. You're going to spend a lot of time abroad. By the way, you're not going to be with this person that you're with just now, which end up happening before the other ones. But you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to be successful. It's all about the doors that open, the opportunities that come your way. And depending what doors you walk through will depend where you end up. But you're going to be a millionaire. Couldn't believe that someone would say that to me. With my upbringing, growing up in the south side of Glasgow, in a council estate, seeing my mum and two younger sisters struggling, literally days we couldn't put food on the table. And here's me like getting told I'm going to be a millionaire. I had no money, no contacts, I had not much going for me. I hadn't even came across the whole idea of investing in property just yet. That happened at the age of 19. This was a psychic meeting at the age of 18. I had no idea what the path was going to be. No one else around me. I had never had a good network at the age of 18. I never had people that would turn around and say, you can be anything you want in life, you can do anything you want in life, you're going to be successful. No one had ever said that to me up until the age of 18. It took a fucking psychic to say those words. And for the first time in my life, I'm sitting there thinking, what if she's right? What if this is true? This psychic stuff's bullshit anyway. But what if? And I allowed that just to fester away. And anytime I opened up a door of opportunity, if you could say, anytime I opened up a door or opportunity presented itself, I allowed it to go, is this the door that I'm going to go through and explore and try and see if new opportunity or if it helps me become a millionaire? And lo and behold, the idea of getting involved in property, I went along, and for the first time I thought, wow, I can get involved in property. Even though I've got no money, bad credit, I don't have contacts, I looked incredibly young, I had all the things that would normally hold someone back from getting started in their property journey, yet I allowed the thoughts and the word from the psychic to turn around and say, well, just lean into it. Just continue to sow the seed, move towards it, explore a little bit. I just couldn't believe that there could end up becoming a reality. So I just took every opportunity that came my way to go one step forward, not knowing whether that was going to lead me to where I had to go and become a millionaire or not. No idea at the time. But allowed every opportunity to move forward, even though I knew or never knew whether the outcome was going to be good or for bad. And ultimately, lo and behold, what happens? Split up with my partner at the time, who I was with from the age of 16. We split up after 7 years together. After I split up with her, I started traveling a lot, hence why coming to Costa Rica and meet my wife Alexa 8 years ago, and we travel all the time. and became a millionaire at the age of 25. That's a story for another day, because I lost a lot of that money, the majority of it by the age of 26, but built that back up, and now I've got multiple 7-figure businesses that I'm involved in, as well as a property business and so forth. It's just crazy to see what can actually happen if you just allow someone, it could be a psychic, here, why not? But someone that believes in you to turn around and sow that seed in your mind. Grab onto these things. And the whole point is, if you've got no one to sow that seed who believe in you and who can say something to you, then believe in it yourself. It's what you say to yourself daily. It's your inner thoughts. What you say to yourself over and over. Are you saying you're going to be successful? Are you saying that you're going to be a millionaire if that's the goal? Are you saying that you're going to go out there and have a great 2021 despite what's happening? The inner mind is so powerful in the things that we feed it, because we listen to our inner voice all the time. And you need to become aware of what your inner voice is actually saying. Because up until that moment, my inner voice, I had battles daily with my inner voice that were saying things like, you're going to fail your exams, you're going to fail your IT degree, you've got no hopes, how are you going to ever do this, you've got nothing going for you. That was my inner battle every single day. And then lo and behold, after a psychic said that I, Paul McFadden, in the situation, the circumstances I was in back then, was going to be a millionaire, then my voice started going, well, what if, like I've all been saying, and the inner voice in chat changed, and I started to see things that I couldn't see before. So I'll forever be grateful for Jane, the psychic. I'll forever be grateful for her, for the voice that she had into my mind. I'm not saying she's psychic or not. God knows how the fuck she came up with that one. The other two, you see how that's an easy, big enough thing to say. But for her to say that there is why I'm blaming a psychic for where I am today, and I couldn't be any more grateful. And one thing I've learned from that experience and what I do to this day and what I do when I'm working for other people is get them to change their inner voice, become aware of what the voices are repeating themselves and going over and over again. And once you can become aware, you can then change those thoughts and ultimately manifest what you truly want. This is why it's great to start visualizing what success looks like for you and how you want to live your life and what you want. Wish that into your life. Think about it daily. Get around others that are moving forward. Build your local network, those people around you that can support you and help you moving towards what you want. Your environment is vitally important, as well as what's happening with your inner voice and what you say to yourself. So I hope that you have a moment where you start to realize that you can be super successful in whatever that means for you. You can achieve anything you truly want. If it's in property, you can become a full-time property investor or developer. There's many other people that have done that, tens of thousands of people. You can go out there and become a millionaire. There's many other people that have done that in the property game, many of which that we've trained through our property protege program and so forth. You can have anything that you truly want if you put your mind to it and allow it to fester away, and you're constantly sowing that seed that's been planted, watering it with more like thoughts, and before you know it, it'll be a self-fulfilling prophecy and you'll achieve the thing that you truly desire and want. So that's all for today. All the best, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.